Hello everyone and happy Friday. Sorry I'm a little bit late tonight. Things are running a bit behind here. And I got to admit I'm woefully ill prepared for this this chat tonight, but there's nothing that we're doing that's all that critically in need of preparation, so we should be having a good time. Hope you are all well. Let's see who we have. We got Piper on the 45, Corvette Jim, Big Dave, Cogs and Sprockets. How you guys doing? JMZ 56, Rich B1, Paul the Piper, Paragon Piper. Good to see you guys. Rich B1, you hear the furnace? The furnace is off. It can't. This. I don't think so. Hope not. Anyway. Let's see, Boris the Piper. Hello, Boris. Everett Young, Road King Piper. Big Dave says it's 100 in southern Arizona. Jeez. Cheeseburger 79. Hello there. Signal Man Tony. Tony, I've got a lighter you'll recognize tonight. Rob Austin. I don't know what you're talking about, Rob, but I will not let it happen again. Armchair Piper. Hello, Ed. Paul Piper, Stephen Skip Kane, hello there. Bona Piper, Kilted Piper, Steve. I'm probably repeating some names. I'm sorry, my attention span, my memory span tonight is just not going to be very good. Shoreline Piper, hello there. Piper on the 45 says it sounds like a hairdryer. Huh. That might be the air filter that I've got on. Sorry if it's annoying you, but not a lot I could do about it. I could turn it off, but I'm not going to. Is that any better? Piper on the 45, let me know if that helped at all. Oh, thank you, Stephen Skip. Appreciate that. Oh, about being late. Gotcha, Rob. I'll try not to. Yeah, it's either the sound of the air cleaner or it's the sound of the laptop fan, because there's a laptop computer right in front of me. That's why I'm looking down. I'm reading the stuff there. Kelly Piper 62, you're doing it wrong. You're not supposed to tell me first. Thanks, Christian. Jack Kurtz, hello, my friend. Good to see you tonight. Meerschaum Mountaineer, hello there. Weather here, it's been raining all day. A little bit chilly, not too bad. Supposed to have a nice weekend. It's supposed to be 60s, 70s, sunny. It'll be quite nice. Doing things a little different tonight. I've got some bourbon and ginger ale. It's Canada Dry ginger ale and a amount of bourbon that will remain undisclosed. I'm thinking about, well, I am going to do this. We're all friends here. You're not going to mind if I smoke a cigar on a pipe show, are you? Because I've just really been craving a cigar today, and I've had a lot of pipes, and I just would enjoy something different. So I hope you're not going to mind about that too much. This cigar is a JFR. Can you guys actually see that? JFR. This is a Jalapa Valley, Nicaraguan, and it's one of these guys with a little pigtail in the end, and it's got the sealed off foot, which is always interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. I have actually decided not to use cigar cutters anymore because a sharp knife is the best way that I've found. I like the what do they call it, the cat's eye cut, the wedge cut, whatever that's called, and if your knife is sharp, it works just fine. There you go. With these pigtails, you can sometimes just twist them off and smoke the cigar. But it doesn't always work, and I don't want to play with it while I'm trying to talk to you guys. Voodoo07, hello, good to see you, buddy. Andrew C, how you doing, my friend? Brian S, all's well here, Brian. Rebender Bud, Couch isn't allowed to have knives. Well, that's probably for the best, Couch. Yardism, hello there, Chad. So I'm sorry, I'm doing this out of shot here. I will light them with a Zippo, but it's just easier to get them started sometimes with the. The other thing I've done in my crotchety curmudgeon-y approach to cigar smoking is that I've stopped using all torch lighters because I cannot keep a torch lighter working for more than like 6 months. So there we go. Let's see how that treats us. Steph wants a whiskey and ginger ale. Well, go get one. They're good for you. It's healthy. Yeah, Boris, punch tool works well. I actually keep a punch tool on my keychain, and that's what I use most of the time when I'm doing those Friday Roadway Ramble videos that I don't do on Fridays and don't do it from the road anymore. But that's usually what I'll use if I'm out and I'm going to smoke a cigar. I don't really like. I like the Zippo fuel, Big Dave. I don't want a butane Zippo. I'm just stubborn. WKR Piper, hello. Don't think I saw you earlier. XJ90X, good morning, sir. Good to see you. Road King Piper and Smoking Cardboard. Yeah, Road King Piper. I don't know. That's not the reason I don't use them, but I guess they certainly get hotter. Sober October? I never heard of that. That sounds bad. Ah, Paul the Piper's got brandy going and some... have Rustica, huh? How do you like that, Paul? Yes, Jack, I will see you soon, I promise. Just so you know, I called Rachel. Sorry, guys, I'm going to talk to Jack now for a minute. Just talk amongst yourself. Jack, I called Rachel, and everything's in progress, and she's going to let us know when it's ready. But I'll give you a call this weekend. We'll chat. Popo Piper, hello. No, I only said it once, actually. This is a JFR, I don't know how to say it, Jalapa Valley, Nicaraguan. I don't know very much about them. I've had other JFRs. It's good. It's a nice, toothy Nicaraguan. I'm sure, Big Dave. I don't have anything against them. It's just not my thing, you know. Rich B1, some homemade, is it Turkish heavy English? Sounds good. North Country Codger, hello there in upstate New York. Good to see you. Everett's got some Diet Pepsi. Very nice. WKR Piper, I had a friend that I used to work with that was a huge Cubs fan. And when his computer would boot up, he had this Harry Carey clip of yeah, "Good morning, Cubs fans," and what a wonderful day for baseball, or something like that. But it was said in that Harry Carey voice, and every morning I used to hear that. I'm far from a Cubs fan, but it was nice to hear that. Mona Piper's having a bowl of brown flake unscented with a cup of tea. Very nice, Christian. Smooth Piper, hello, Peter. How you doing, buddy? And Mark in Rhode Island. Don't think I saw you earlier. Yeah, I know what you mean, guys. I do. Thanks, Couch. I rely on Couch to make sure I don't go off the rails. Yeah, I do appreciate that there are some folks that just don't want to drink alcohol, or perhaps can't drink alcohol. And I hope that I try not to sort of glorify it or anything, but I do enjoy it. And I guess it's the same as tobacco, really. I mean, there might be somebody that would want to, well, no, you're probably not going to watch this if you can't smoke tobacco, but you probably wouldn't watch a beer review channel if you couldn't drink alcohol. So, yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, actually, is Dude Rustica still on, Everett? Because he should know that Rustica is now seeping up across the border and across the pond to England. What are you gonna do, WKR Piper? We all pick and choose our teams, and we live with them. There you go, Yardism. That's the way to think about it, really. Good for you. Yeah, I know, Steph. I wasn't particularly feeling bad. I was just kind of wanting to make sure that I wasn't making other people feel bad. So thank you. There you go, Steve. Guilty Piper Steve cuts right to the chase. Old Forester and smoking Friday Savinelli with Haunted Bookshop. Very nice, bud. Ron, you sure you've only had one of those Oktoberfests? That sounds like quite an event. No, Steve, there's definitely no one smoking Rustica tonight. Certainly not anyone here. Unless, of course, you're smoking it, Steve. Koenig Pilsner. Interesting smoking cardboard. I think that sounds very familiar to me. Rob, I'm sorry. I don't hear anything, to be honest. I'm going to have to listen to the replay and see if I can figure out what you're hearing, because it's relatively quiet here. And I do video conference calls from this spot all week, and nobody mentions anything. So I'm sure you're hearing it. I just can't imagine what the heck it is. Jim's back on the old Joe Krantz. Glad you're enjoying that, Jim. All right, Kirk from Florida. Hope you enjoy that. No pipe January, no. I could not imagine. Well, can I smoke cigars? If I can switch over to cigars, I might be able to do no pipe January. You think it's the laptop fan, Pipes and Bees? I've moved the microphone away. I had it try one more thing. Is that any better, and can you still hear me? Baron Dark Twist, very nice, Steve. I know, Ron, I know. Just teasing you. That you don't hear Mike. I don't hear the fan, so no. Well, if it's going up and down, it almost certainly is the laptop fan. I just don't know why the microphone's so sensitive to it. And I don't know what I can do to avoid that. Yeah, that's because so it didn't really help to move it away. It just made me less clear. All right, let's go with this. Now this is where the microphone has been, as long as I've been doing these shows. The only difference is I'm using a Vixia camera instead of the Samsung tablet. So I don't know how to explain it. Full smoking bar. Hello, Nick. It is Stogie night. Hope you don't mind. Well, guys, we're just going to have to... Well, you know, I could move the laptop. Maybe that'll help. Then I can get a little closer. Well, I think if I put it on the lapel, it's going to actually be louder because I'll be closer to the... Oh, God, yeah, XJ, sorry. Yeah, I think it'll be worse if I... Because I'm sorry, we might as well try to figure this out. I can put it on here. He says, trying desperately. So I don't know if that's going to be better or worse, but let's leave it there for a bit and you guys let me know. Yeah, Donald, I guess tonight's topic is going to be the fan. All right, folks. I appreciate that it's inconsequential. I also appreciate that it's bothering some of you, but let's not talk about the fan anymore. We can come up with better things to do tonight. And I will, in my spare time, try to work out some way to make this be less of a problem. Right now I'm trying to untangle the lapel pin so I don't pull the camera over. Well, I can... Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh, you can't see me now. I'm trying to move away and I'm slowly sliding out of shot. So I gotta say, this is not one of the best cigars I've ever had, but it's reasonable. Yeah, Ron, I know what you mean. I sometimes think my wife actually leaves the room just to tell me something and then gets mad at me for not being able to hear it. There you go, Christian. No fans but Eagles fans. So I guess that would be me, and Chad would be allowed to talk, and the rest of you guys will have to leave. Steph is cleaning pipes while listening. Well, good use of time, Steph. EK341, did you first smoke pipes or cigars? I first smoked cigars, actually. I started off smoking cigars, and the reason I started smoking pipes was that I would walk in the wintertime, and it's hard to smoke a pipe in Pittsburgh in the winter. So I picked up I'm sorry, it's hard to smoke a cigar in Pittsburgh in the winter. So I picked up a pipe, and yep, that's how it happened. Popo Piper's having some Cumberland Gap house blend from John's Pipes in Champaign, Illinois. Yeah, I've actually had some blends from there. Good stuff. My friend the Durham Duke visited there and sent me some tobacco from it, and I really enjoyed it. Leaving space for the whiteboard. Better? Oh, what happened, Scotty? Did somebody mention the Patriots' chances for this year? Yeah, I've had Alec Bradley, smoked Alec Bradley for years. Are they becoming popular now? I mean, they've always been popular. He's got some good cigars. Happy birthday, Paragon Piper. Did not realize it was that day. You didn't miss much, believe me. We just talked about fans for a while. Oh, Chad, I probably only have 2 words in my household as well. Rocky Patel, yeah, the Sumatras were very good. Josh, how you doing, buddy? Hope all is well in the Green Mountain State. Come on, yeah, I'm not much of a Maduro fan. Who was it that said Voodoo? And not much of a Maduro fan, but some good Camachos. And Nick turned 46 yesterday, full smoking bar. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Oh, Cornholio, I gotta be honest with you, I have not watched an NFL game yet this year. There you go, Josh. Oliva Series V, yeah, those are good ones, EK341. Oh, and Sea Smoke's having a birthday too. Wow, this is really an interesting time. You know, there's been a batch of anniversaries too, which is kind of interesting. I guess a lot of folks get married in the fall. We just had our anniversary last Saturday. I saw on Instagram that the Artful Codger just had an anniversary the other day. Because I'm an Eagles fan? I'm sure it's hilarious, Voodoo, but I lost the reference. I'm sorry. Monty 53, how you doing, buddy? And Cornholio turned 31 on the 26th of September. Wow. That was Saturday? If that was Saturday, that was my anniversary. I think it's the 26th. I only have to remember it until it happens, and then I can forget it for like 10 months. Oh, Josh, that's fantastic. Happy birthday to your son and daughter there. Dutch Masters. There you go, Clarence. Seventh wedding anniversary. That's fantastic, Josh. Oh, this is not burning well. Probably because I didn't light it well. We can fix that. Well, dude, you're the envy of most guys in this room. I think you're right about that, Bona Piper. "2 a.m. pipe on the patio. How you doing, Onion? Good to see you, buddy." Not yet, Nick. Not yet. I'm planning an order soon, and I will order some of that 7LE vintage Burley. All right, well, you know how to get in touch with me, Onion. Happy to help you out with that. I am using a waiting list now, so it's not going to happen fast, but it'll happen. Steve, that would take exactly enough planning and forethought that I would never be able to pull it off. You smoked through 4 tins of that already, Nick? Wow. It must be good. No, Donald. What does JFR stand for? I really don't know. Yes, Kevin, I know. I'm smoking a cigar. I got a pipe lined up for when I'm done with it, I promise. Chad, gotta keep a 5-year supply. For anyone in the know, if you plan on going crazy ordering tobacco this Wednesday, it's not the same as the 2019, just so you know. What are you talking about, WKR Piper? 2019 what? Casey Hooligan, how you doing, buddy? Cigars are the pipe's ugly friend. There you go. Yeah, Krishna, it would be a lot worse if you wrote somebody else's name on the card. Oh, Carolina Red Cake. Couch, it was... Nick, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but it was a 7LE vintage Burley. that they just put out like within the last month, I believe. Yeah, Paul, between Bona Piper and Kilted Piper Steve, I think I'm in for another 22 years of marital bliss. Oh, you got the long cigarette holder, huh? The what was her name? The Addams Family woman. I can't think of her name. Whenever I see those long cigarette holders, I think of her. Antique Burley, Jupiter. Gotcha, Steve. So that's what it was, Couch. Antique Burley, and the blend is called Jupiter. Chad, that would not end well, I'm sure. EK341's giving another thumbs up to Jupiter. Morticia, thank you, Donald. Thank you. Thank you, Scotty. Not that I'm making any comparisons there, Steph. It's just the long lighter, the long holder for the cigarettes. Oh yes, Scotty, the Pink Panther did have a cigarette holder. I forgot about that. Boy, I guess we're not going to be seeing Pink Panther cartoons on anytime soon. I completely forgot that he walked around with a cigarette holder. That is odd, Boris. Blends made by McBaron aren't available in Europe. That you'd think that wouldn't be. Well, I'm sure that some of the K&K blends aren't available here. So the church warden of cigarettes. There you go, Shoreline Piper. Oh, Michael Case, that's awful. I don't remember Zsa Zsa Gabor smoking in Green Acres, but I'll take your word for it, Donald. I don't remember that. Ray Nels is asking if I think the cut of a specific pipe tobacco would taste different if the same tobacco was offered in different cuts. Yes. In particular, I mean, you've got flake in there, flake and cube, and they tend to be pressed tobaccos that are cut, and that's going to make a big difference. But even like ribbon, shag versus wide ribbon cut can make a difference. It affects how the tobacco burns, how quickly it burns, and that in turn affects how much of the things that are providing the flavor get to your mouth versus getting burned up. Yeah, CJP, she was. Actually, CJP saying Morticia was hot. There's a Vincent Price movie. It's a wax museum movie. I think it's Terror at the Wax Museum. And the same woman that plays Morticia Addams is in that movie. And it's remarkable how, well, first off, how different she looks. Of course, she was wearing all that makeup for the Morticia role. A very beautiful woman. As I'm saying that, Steph's saying he's going to dress like her. Oh, no. Few cigars going on in Netflix. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica, sure. I saw it was a cartoon. I forget what it was, but there was a cartoon on Netflix I saw the other day that actually had they'll have like warning, violence, adult content, and smoking was listed as one of the warnings on Netflix. Yvonne DiCarlo, that was her name, Chad, yes. Paragon Piper, really? I didn't watch the movie, and I'm probably not going to watch it now. Didn't have Tolkien smoking a pipe until the final shot of the movie. Carolyn Jones? Oh, Lily Munster was Yvonne DiCarlo, of course. Of course, so was Carolyn Jones was Morticia. Gotcha. The Muppet King smokes a real smoking cigar, huh? Paragon Piper, I didn't know there was a Muppet King. I thought they were just anarchists. Elvira. Yeah, it's not really. It's actually quite a lousy ash. You can see it's not burning very well. But thank you, Infringinator. I appreciate you. King Flim Flam or something, huh? I don't remember that. Oh, are you thinking about the things that were on the early Saturday Night Lives, the like the big stone talking head things? Because they were done by Jim Henson, if I recall. An autonomous collective. Donald T. It is an JFR, Jalapa Valley, Nicaraguan. And somebody was going to tell me what JFR stood for, and maybe they decided they couldn't. Real Muppet Short Films, okay. Hello, Sailor. How you doing, buddy? Yes, Michael Case, that is Thatcher. Story behind that was I was trying to take a picture of Thatcher when she was quite young. I mean, she's less than a year old in that picture. And I just couldn't get her to sit still for it. And I had it was an empty bottle of beer in my hand. And I was kind of holding it in my lap, and it just kind of tipped over, and she came running over and tried to grab the bottle, and I was able to snap the picture. So I don't normally feed, pour beer into my dog's mouths, but historical smoking, that's interesting, Voodoo. Good to hear you're doing fine, Sailor. Just for retail, interesting, Jim. Yeah, and I have to admit, I mean, the flavor's not bad, but this is not, it's not plugged, but it's not really smoking that well. But it was, I threw the price tag away, but I think it was like a $7 cigar. So, not super expensive, but at the same time, $7 is $7. Cornholio, this is because I'm talking. It would have been gone by now. KJV Piper, no problem. You're plenty early. We got another 45 minutes or so to go. We'll see how long we go. And I'm not, my ice is melting here. For you guys that are joining late, I decided on a ginger ale and bourbon tonight. And a cigar. But I do have a pipe lined up for when I finish. There we go. I always thought it was odd that they put these bands on with a substance that some space age, I'm not going to put it in the ashtray, some space age glue that in order to get it off you have to destroy the wrapper. Really, XJ, that's hilarious. He says there's a pig in a pub on the east coast of Tasmania that you can feed stubbies of beer to. That is hilarious. Two pretzel logs. Well, honestly, in Virginia, 2 pretzel logs might be a better deal than this. Jalapa, is that right, Michael? Yeah, I'm not. I don't talk other languages so good. Sailor, you having a cigar as well? Very good. What cigar did you choose today? Oh, and Fringinator, I've seen Drew on Instagram. I haven't seen him on YouTube in quite a while, but he does pop up every once in a while on Instagram. Oh yeah, Steve, Weybridge is a fantastic blend. And man, if you really want to have something good, put it away for a couple years. That blend ages better than I think anything else I've smoked. It's Four Noggins. It's a Four Noggins blend. Couch just pulled the trigger on some tobacco. Good deal there, Couch. And KJV Piper just loaded up the Missouri Meerschaum General. Very nice. Leaf and Burrow, hello and welcome to the weekend. I hate those late meetings on a Friday. Punch Rothschild, those are very nice. Paragon Piper, you asking about the Weybridge? Weybridge is, it's definitely got Perique in it. I think it's more of a Burley, Virginia Perique. It's been a while since I checked. Matches used to say that it was Haunted Bookshop's little brother. That'll give you some idea. But it's very smooth, and the Virginias in it are just so good after just a couple years in a jar. They become really like deep sweet. It's fantastic stuff, and I've got probably over a pound of it jarred up in my cellar, and I'm gonna have to start opening it soon. Big Dave, I am able to go back to work in person, but only if I need to be there, and it turns out I don't really need to be there that much. Cogs and Sprockets is having some C&D Grey Ghost. I've heard good things about that, but haven't tried it myself. Oh, Kevin, if you got one with a couple years on it, it's worth trying. Yeah, Josh, it is funny. I saw something that was censored the other day. I'm trying to remember what it was. It really shocked me that they censored it. That's a good birthday gift, Paragon Piper. There you go, Michael. Oh, I know what it was. It was MASH. I was watching an episode of MASH, and they bleeped out something. They didn't bleep it out. They just, like, there was no sound during those words. And it was someone referring to one of the Koreans. And it must have been a racial slur that was used. But I was surprised that I had never noticed anything on MASH being censored in that way. Interesting, XJ. I've never tried Otter Creek. Don't know anything about that blend. I know. Is it John Preston that has a series of blends for them? Oh gosh, my memory's failing me tonight. Anyway, I've had they are all excellent, and you can only get them at Four Noggins, and the Weybridge is one that I've had a lot of. But beyond that, I haven't really had a lot of Four Noggin blends. I think it was Bona Piper that told me they make a really good, was it a maple blend, Christian? I'm trying to remember. Really, they're blurring out the cigars in Clint Eastwood movies? That's unbelievable. Yeah, Leaf and Burl, that's what really surprised me so much. But it was definitely being censored. Yeah, and I have no idea what the word was. I don't remember seeing the episode previously. KJV Piper, that's the direction we're going in. Country Lawyer from Briarworks and a T. Cristano pipe. Sounds good, Monty 53. And Couch is popping a tin of 2015 sixpence. That sounds good. Mike Clark, good to see you, buddy. Pre-1980 GBD Poker, Billy Bud Blonde. I like Billy Bud Blonde. Tobacco Network, there you go. Yeah, Scotty, I'm sure of that. I mean, I remember watching Match Game when I was a kid, and not understanding what they were talking about. So I'm sure there's some of those episodes that they're not going to put on TV today. Rattray 3 Noggins, jarred November 2003. Wow. Sounds really good, Ron. They should bleep out the news. You're right, Mark. Oh, Monty, that's just crazy. Andrew's got his Sea Smokes Lavat fired up with some Haunted Bookshop. Fantastic. The Van Cleef pipe is blurred. Oh, Boris, that's just terrible. Three Blind Moose. Was that it? Or Thomas blend? And those are Four Noggin blends, Christian? That Three Blind Moose is what I'm remembering. No, Artie, I don't think All in the Family will, unless you get a DVD or something, you're not going to see All in the Family again. Yeah, Michael, I stopped watching people that talk about monetization because it's pointless. No, Sailor, you're doomed. You're absolutely doomed. Mahad Dayan, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us from Asia. And glad you like the channel. Uh-oh, Nick lost the feed. Everything seems to be okay here. I'm just going to quickly jump over here. Yeah, we seem to be doing well here, so sorry, Nick. Must be on your end. Yeah, Josh, I've said this before, but if it wasn't for MeTV, I wouldn't have a television. Well, my wife would have a television, but I'd never watch it. You know, I watch that, and I watch some movies and stuff on Netflix, and that's about it. Wow, WKR Piper, that's a classic shirt for sure. Oh, wow, Rick Spence. There's two people I have not thought about in a long time. Nipsey Russell and J.P. Morgan. They used to be on The Gong Show. I remember watching coming home after school and watching The Gong Show when I was a kid, at grade school age. And Jamie Farr was on that a lot too. Sam Adams 76, an aromatic English in a Bones pipe. Sounds very good, EK341. Yeah, Kevin, I don't really need to watch him. Yes, Mark, Alton Brown. If you guys are, I'm sorry, it's not Alton, it's Alton. I can't say that. Alton Brown, if you're fans of him on the Food Network, he's doing a Halloween special this Thursday called The House That Dripped Chocolate. Mark in Rhode Island turned me on to Alton Brown's live streams, and those are just absolutely hilarious. He does them with his wife. It's called Quarantine Kitchen. And my wife and I have been watching them. They're just terribly addictive and just very funny. Just two people being themselves and trying to put together a meal after they both get home from work. It's hilarious. Absolutely, Mahad. That's we're all about warm welcomes and being good friends here. So glad to have you in the club. Ryan Nouse, is there a burley tobacco that's offered in a flake? Yeah, there's quite a few actually. H&H Burley Flake is a good one, and the Amphora Burley Flake is very similar to that, but a bit less expensive. And there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, Cornell and Diehl has 4 or 5 now Burley Flakes. They're labeled Burley Flake number 1, number 2, number 3. So yeah, there's quite a few. Okay, Josh, that trip that I had planned where we were going to get together, that's off now. Solani aged Burley Flake. Thank you, Paragon Piper. That's another good one. Oh, couch. That's just sad. Good channel for classic horror movies. I don't know, Voodoo. You know, I would guess that like classic movies, TCM is going to have something for Halloween, but I've never really watched that. I have a lot of them recorded that I watch. And of course, I do the Saturday night Svengoolie on MeTV, where he shows a horror or sci-fi movie every Saturday. Yeah, Leaf and Burrow. I've learned a lot watching Alton Brown. Things that, like you say, counterintuitive things that just really work well. Western Burley slices, Mark? I'm not familiar with those, but I'll smoke anything that's Burley. All right, Couch, so I guess you got an excuse. But the big question, Couch, is Ilva a Browns fan as well? I'm just teasing, Josh. I can even put up with a Dallas fan now and then. Although I do have to wonder how well, we'll talk about it, how in the world you became a Cowboys fan in Vermont. Oh, Donald T, that's a good suggestion. Pluto might have Pluto has a horror channel. Yeah, I have seen Cutthroat Kitchen, Kevin. Ilva's a Patriots fan. That figures, Couch. I haven't really enjoyed these competitive cooking shows. I don't know. There's just something about the Scotty. I don't know. I just don't like the competitive cooking things. I like the original Iron Chef because those were just so strange. You know, they'd have to cook with the secret ingredient, and it would wind up being like fish bladder or something. It's a Japanese show. I liked those, but I don't know. I just don't like the American ones. Couch, that's the best description of Bella Cheat that I've heard. Philadelphia Piper, hello. Glad you could get here. Leaf and Burley, Amphora Burley is very good. I don't know if I could tell you how it compares to the Kentucky, other than the Kentucky's got more of that smoky flavor to it, and the Burley is more Burley flavor. Well, I would explain it, Josh. Yeah, Skip, I'm with you. You know, when the Food Network first came on, they had a lot of really great. There was this show we used to watch when my wife and I were first together on the Food Network. It was called How to Boil Water, and it was very educational, and you learned like why certain things worked in the kitchen, and that was helpful. Yeah, I get it, Kevin. Alton's great. I mean, any show that he's in is going to be worth watching. I was just commenting on the genre in general, but I'm sure it's a good show. mean, even Emeril Lagasse's show was worth watching because you'd learn something about how to use particular spices or something. Shrimp eyes. Yes, the secret ingredient was alive sometimes. That's right, B. Conrad. America's Test Kitchen, that's a good one. Yeah, that's usually on our PBS channel. Another one that we used to watch on PBS was called, oh, what the heck was it called? Walter Straub was the chef. I can't remember what it was called, but he would cook like classic American dishes from like the 1700s, and he'd cook them in a fireplace with cast iron cookware and stuff, the way that they would have been cooked. And he'd have like, you know, Thomas Jefferson's recipe for apple cake or something, and he'd go through and explain why it was cooked that way, and that was really interesting. Count Floyd, I remember that Michael case on SCTV. Do you remember Yin Lee Tang's House of Horror? Is that true, Josh? I did not know that Matches and Emeril had overlapped. That's funny. I managed to get smoke in my eye somehow. Hate when that happens. Philadelphia Piper's got some Samuel Gawith Black XX Finest Kendall Twist in a 320 KS and some Elijah Craig Small Batch Bourbon. That sounds like a fine evening there, Philadelphia Piper. That's true, XJ. Nothing like it. I missed that one, Josh. I'll have to look for it. Oh, I wish I had I may have to. You know what? I'm going to stop smoking this. It was not terrible or anything. It wasn't great either, and it's getting to the point where I'm being careless smoking it and the smoke's coming back on me. So I'm gonna put that in the ashtray. And I think I'm gonna have to go and get a tissue and blow my nose. So we're gonna try something here. I will be right back. And we're back, and I have recovered. And aren't you glad that I remembered to turn the sound off before I blew my nose? But not before I did that. Sorry, my coaster stuck to the glass. Yeah, Voodoo, you're right. It was cursed from the beginning. I should have never smoked a cigar on pipe night. Well, I'll make up for it. I'll do penance by smoking the Doodler. And I'm going to smoke some Haunted Bookshop. The chicks are back. Yeah, Paragon Piper. I realized as I walked, I didn't pee in the sump pump. I walked over to the other side where I keep the paper towels and things, and I was going to blow my nose, and then I realized that I didn't turn the audio off, so I came back and turned it off before I blew my nose. A Taste of History. Thank you, Mark. That was the Walter Straub show that I was trying to remember. Really good stuff. And I see some guys talking about Forged in Fire. That's also an excellent show. This pipe was restored by CJP Pipe Rescue. Did a fantastic job on it. I love this Doodler. And the tamper that I'm using tonight also came from Corvette Jim. Jim, I don't know if you made this or acquired it, but it's really cool. It's a little cigar, and it's got ash at the end. It's a Padron, and really clever. Got some cardboard flavored nachos from the concession stand. I should get that goofy concession stand thing where the snacks danced and they played the little concession song. No, Josh, it's not an amazing idea because I'm the guy that has to fix the sump pump. So that's not going to happen. Yeah, Voodoo, it's Haunted Bookshop. Pungo Breyer, hello. Just finished a bowl of Lane BCA 3 parts and Straight Latakia 1 part. Very nice. Tastes like a chocolate bar. Sounds interesting. Yeah, those are pricey, but what a fantastic cigar. Yeah, believe me, if this was what I was smoking earlier, I would not have thrown the nub out like that. Let's all go to the lobby. That's it, Paragon Piper. Yes. Yeah, Sailor, it's, what are you gonna do, you know? Yeah, Josh, I'm just saying I'd find an alternative to the sump hole if I had to go. I've got enough, paint tins and things like that laying around here. I'd find something. Or I'd take the long walk up the steps. I didn't even mention when we got started tonight that this was supposed to be an interview with Mel Harris, and Mel had something come up, and it's not his fault, and he was apologetic and all that, so he'll be here next week. So we will have Mel here next week, and the week after that is Eric the Blue Collar Pipe Smoker. So we got 2 in a row, and both should be a lot of fun. No, Paragon Piper, I would not do that because Carter Hall tubs are far too useful. Don't use the empty lemon lime Gatorade bottle. I didn't get that joke until I was reading it for the second time, Josh. Pungo Briar, I guess that would be called... God, guys, my mind is gone tonight. Somebody help me. What do you call these stem shapes? No, bubblegum cigars would not fly. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. Somebody out there knows what... Saddle bit, thank you, Paragon Viper. They're called saddle bits. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Or saddle stem, yeah. I don't know if that's an age thing or what, but I've been having that happen a lot lately, where there's a word and I know what the word is and it just will not come out. EK341, it might be. It might be the cigar. Yeah, these are great stems. I like them a lot. I don't have many pipes with saddle bits, actually. They're fun to make. I don't think it's too much nicotine, Sailor. I've never had nicotine affect me in any other way, so I don't know. And believe me, I haven't changed my nicotine intake in any way, so. Yes, Kevin, the bubblegum cigarettes that you could puff the powder out of. I remember those. They also made them in chocolate. Ryan Nels, thanks for joining us, buddy. Have a good evening, a great weekend. Oh, phone a Piper. You didn't. Yeah, Odie, I'm sure it is an age thing. Oh, Josh, you're enjoying the sugar barrel? Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm really glad you like it. James Burrows, how many bowls a day do I smoke? I do not know. I've never managed to count. It's got to be in the 8 or 9 range. And it depends on the day, too. I'll smoke more on the weekend than I do during the week. I keep trying to count during the day because I'm smoking more now. You know, there's no question about it because I'm working all day right here and I can smoke all I want because nobody sees me, and you know, I've got these meetings where I listen for 50 minutes out of the hour, and for the other 10 minutes I push the unmute button and say something remotely intelligent. And so I keep saying, okay, so this is my third pipe of the day, I'm going to keep a track, and then I just forget, and so I don't know how many. So Pungo Briar, interesting you asked about that. We are going to do, I believe the date is October 30th, which is the day before Halloween. We're going to be doing a live stream where I'm trying to get together a group of guys to do ghost stories. and I've got a couple of guys confirmed. I still could use another one or two folks if you'd be interested. You know, the only catch is you got to be a good storyteller and you got to have a good ghost story. It doesn't have to be a ghost story, but it has to be a spooky story. And we're going to do that through Zoom if I can get that working. So the idea is you'll just go to the channel like you do for this, but you'll see in the screen I'll have Zoom brought into the video stream, and I'll have the 4 guys or so on a Zoom call, and we will have them tell their ghost stories. So I'm hoping that works out. Like I said, I could still use 1 or 2 guys if there's anyone out there that wants to volunteer. As long as you're a good storyteller and you got a good spooky story, you're more than welcome. Indeed, Donald T., it makes my job so much nicer. Paragon Piper, it can be whatever you want. We got one person that's going to tell something that happened to him. We got another person that's going to read a classic ghost story. Yeah, by all means, Josh, if you want to ask Timber Drifter to get in touch, that'd be great. And I'm not sure if I'm going to tell one or not. If I tell one, it's going to be something that I read, because I don't have any personal, unless I tell an Everett style tale of horror like he had today. If you haven't seen Everett's tale of horror, it's worth a watch. Yeah, Pungo Briar, I miss those days too. Tales from the Smoking Crypt. We might call it that, Voodoo. I'm trying to keep reminding myself to look at the camera. It's a problem because the chat is down here, and that's why I keep looking down there. But you don't want to be seeing the top of my head for the whole show, so gotta try to get better at that. Yeah, I think Paul said he had to step out, Christian, and I don't know what Chad might still be around. Yes, Leaf and Burley, it was a horrible experience that Everett went through. Odie, it's going to be October 30th. I'm nearly certain. It's a Friday, so if October 30th is a Friday, it will be October 30th. Oh, Michael Case. I don't think we want to have that scary of a story. Yes, Popo Piper, if you got a pumpkin pipe, absolutely. I'll be getting Bela out of his coffin for that. And I am, by the way, guys, working on a Halloween video that I do every year. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I didn't know what I was going to do because I wanted to do So I set out to do the 3 Universal Stars, and I did them. And I thought, well, that was fun. I never really thought about what I was going to do after I finished those 3. Well, I came up with something that I think will keep me going for a few more years anyway. And I'm pretty excited about it. So something to look forward to. I'm not going to give it away, so you'll have to wait. And that'll come out like the week before Halloween. Pungo Breyer, thanks for dropping in, buddy. You have a good evening and good weekend. Yeah, haunted bookshop's a must, Kilted Piper, Steve. Well, Steve, if it keeps getting funneled off to England, you're going to run out quicker. Voodoo 07, the Dracula tampers from Buttons for Your Britches. Very interesting. Glad you brought that up. So, you know, I do a monthly giveaway live stream. And normally I do that in the middle of the month, but I'm actually going to do it next Saturday. So not tomorrow, but the following Saturday. Because the thing that I'm going to be giving away is actually one of the Dracula tampers from Buttons for Your Britches. And I wanted to make sure that I could get that out to somebody in time for Halloween. So if you're at all interested, you know, that's something that you're going to want to tune in for. I think that'll be fun. And we'll do a Halloween-themed trivia for that. So I'll have to start looking for Halloween-themed trivia questions. And we shall see. Todd A., good night. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, you just got your set, Voodoo. How do you like it? Yeah, Popo, we got a couple of guys. I mean, I'd really like just one more, 2 more just to be safe in case somebody can't make it. But, you know, we're gonna have the show. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to do the Zoom or if I'll have to do it as the regular call-in. Oh, what do you think? It took me a while to figure out your name, so I apologize for not doing it sooner. You know, some guys don't like it, some guys do like it, so I try to be careful about it. No, I'm not going to have any pumpkin beer in the fridge. I do not like flavored beers, and I think I've told this story before, but every fall we wind up going out somewhere. I don't know if we'll do it this year because we're not really going out to many restaurants yet, but I go to a restaurant and I see the pumpkin beer on the menu and I say, you know what, I'm going to have a pumpkin beer. And I never like it. But I keep doing it. Meerschaum Mountain Air, thank you, buddy. You have a good evening and a good weekend. I'll do what I can to keep PA in check. Believe it or not, I think I've already smoked through this haunted bookshop. Yeah, Voodoo, I haven't gotten the tamper. I ordered it yesterday, so I should have it in time for for the giveaway, but it looked fantastic. I didn't order one for myself. I'm talking about the Dracula tampers that Larry has. I didn't order one for myself because I have a special Halloween tamper already. Steph, yeah, your comments are coming up. Did I miss something? Sorry. Yeah, I already have a special Halloween tamper, and I'll talk about that when I do my Halloween video. But it looks beautiful, and it looks like it's a really nice, substantial tamper, too. Yeah, Christian, I don't mind pumpkin itself, like real pumpkin. Pumpkin pie doesn't taste like pumpkin. It tastes like all the pumpkin pie spices. Yes, Paragon Piper, running out of haunted bookshop is a horror story. Rick Spence, all right, have a great night and a good weekend. Steph and Skip, you guys heading out too? Well, you have a great night and a good weekend as well. And we're gonna wrap this up in a minute or two. I'm impressed at how well I time these. No, you're not heading out. Okay, I just saw people saying goodbye to you, so I assumed. Never mind. Yeah, Philadelphia Piper, Temper Tantrum makes some fantastic tampers. I just can't believe the skill that guy has. Oh, they were okay. Sorry, I misinterpreted. The bookshop is ghosting my brain. It could be voodooed. For going long and buying me time. Over a pipe you're welcome. Christian, that's not good. All right, Steve, you have a good evening and a good weekend. Mahad Dayan, thanks for stopping in, buddy. You have a good weekend as well. Oh, Steph and Skip, I hope you enjoy those tampers. I will try to remember to tune in tomorrow. Steph and Skip usually come on at 2 p.m. Eastern, and for some reason, I never think of it until like 4 p.m. Josh, I know a little bit about clay pipes. They get really hot when you smoke them, so be careful. But they don't ghost, and they can give you quite a nice smoke. All right, guys. Well, I have drained my drink, and I am at the bottom of this bowl. So I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. Remember, next week we got Mel Harris, the Garbage Man Piper. And prepare for next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, when we'll be having our giveaway live stream. And hopefully I'll catch you sometime during the week. Hope you have a great weekend and a fantastic week ahead. Take care, everybody.